What's going on, guys? Don Ross with REI Automation Squad and Easy Button REI. We're going to talk through the property leads app area, and specifically we're going to talk around the views over on the left side here and how you can create some private views that show just the items that you've put your name on. So within Beast Mode or within any of the CRMs that we provide, there is a field that is called Team Member to Receive Task. We recommend you use this as you're assigning leads to anyone that's going to work a specific seller. So whether that's inside sales, acquisition, or disposition that's working through something, they put their name on here. As the calls, text messages, missed call voicemails, etc. come in, that person will receive the task notifications to go take a look that the seller has called or text in there. Now, because you filled this out, and I'm just going to go ahead and put Automation Squad 2 on this one. Because we filled this out on this specific one, we can filter by it. So on this one, it's in follow-up. If we wanted to go through here, we could create views based off of a certain person being a part of it. So for instance, if I click on this one and I wanted to create a bunch of these views for just the ones that have my name on it, we're going to go through and I'm going to actually set up one in the new leads. So just give me a second and we'll go to that. All right, so we have the one that's in the new leads. If we click on this, it'll go ahead and open up that one item there. We're going to go ahead and come up to the filter section, and we're going to say Team Member to Receive Task and have Automation Squad 2. Now that we've done that, if I click off of this or click at the top and look at Applied Filters, you see that we have everything that is in a new lead and has this as the Team Member to Receive Task. Because we did that, this little Save As button showed up. So I'm going to go ahead and say create new, and I'm going to say new. So new leads, I'm going to leave it as a private view split by, this one specifically would be the next action. And because I do that, if I were to go into the private view now, we have that view of new leads with only the ones that have that REI Automation Squad 2 under there. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through each one of these views here, and we're going to do this and do it for REI Automation Squad 2. What this is showing is each one of your team members could go through this and set it up so that they have their own private views that only show their name on these different items. And as long as they're working those different buckets where their name is on it, and they're always pushing the next action to the current one, they're always putting in the next contact date, nothing will be able to fall through the cracks. So for this one specifically, now we're going to move the next action to calling for more info. And then I will go ahead and refresh. This will move it from new leads down to calling for more info. So you see that we have one item right here in calling for more info. If I click it, we have it there. This one's just going to show anything that has the next action of calling for more info and due diligence. We're also going to apply the Team Member to Receive Task and only show Automation Squad 2. So again, if we go up to the filters, this is what it looks like. If we go to Save, we're going to say calling for more. So we have calling for more info. In this one, we're going to actually split by next contact date. And we'll say daily. And so if we go to our private view, grab that. So private view, you now have your new leads, you're calling for more info, and if we click this, it'll load the one item that is in calling for more info. We'll go back to the team views. You can see we have new leads, calling for more info. This SMS status is, if we click on it, anybody that has sent in a text message. I'll go ahead and click on this. If they've sent in a text and you've received a text, the system will automatically click this text receive box. You can reply back by doing SMS and then the colon or semicolon and type up a message and hit enter, and it'll send out. If we've connected CallRail or smartphone for you, it'll send it out. It'll automatically move to text responded to. What you're trying to do on a daily basis is you're trying to get it to where your SMS received view does not have any of these red text received. So either you respond to it and you do that in the comment section like I showed you, or if they sent in a text that you have no need to respond to, they're just being ridiculous, you unclick by clicking on this box and it'll be white rather than red. And in doing so, it'll clear out this view. So that's what you're trying to do every day, is clear that view out. Now, for this one specifically, I'm going to go ahead and come up here. This is a filter that we have applied. Again, I'm going to go to Team Member Receive, Automation Squad 2, go to the filters. You can see that we have that, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. And we'll go ahead and type SMS status. Okay, private view. It's going to be split out by SMS status right here. Go ahead and save that. If we go to private views, we're going to go ahead and drag this down. And now you see we have the views just like we have in Team over here. So new, calling for more info, etc. And we have them over here. So the next one in line is going to be this follow-up. So we need to move the one that we have here. Go ahead and change it to follow-up. And next contact date, I'm going to go ahead and put today's date on it. You'll see why here in a second. Let me refresh. Okay, so now it showed up in the follow-up view, has the next contact date of today, and therefore it's going to show. If it had a future date, it would not show because you don't need to worry about any follow-ups that are in the future. You're worried about today, and if you missed it, if it's been in the last 30 days, it would show up. So that next contact date field that I showed just a second ago, that's what controls showing up here. And when you push the date forward, it will not show up here, but you'll see all your follow-ups down here that are pending out there. So this is just what you got to worry about working because it's got today's date or a past due date. So again, we're going to go up to the filters. You can see that it's got any of the follow-up next actions and then the next contact date. We're going to go ahead and go to Team Member Receive. Put Automation Squad 2. Again, I'll go to the top just to show the filters. This Save As button, we're going to go ahead and click. So follow-up last 30 days, private view. This will get split out by next contact date. So again, we drag that down. This is now in the same running order from basically new, calling for more info, text, follow-ups. And now we're going to go ahead and create this one right here. So if we go up and see the filters, again, just apply the Team Member Receive. These are the filters. Save as, create new. All private view, split by is going to be next action for this one. We're going to go ahead and save it. Go to private view, let's drag that down. Okay, now we need to go ahead and select this and fill in the appointment information real quick so we have one in an appointment. So if we go to the appointment section, let's put in today's date as an appointment. Now you can filter by these fields as well if you're filling these in. So for now I'm just doing the Team Member Received Task field, but you can certainly do it by those fields as well when you're setting up these views. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and appointment set, refresh. It's now showing up here in the appointment next 7 days. Let's go up to the filters. This actually should have the appointment date field. Date of appointment should be next 7 or future 7 dates. So these are the filters that we should have. This is going to be split by the appointment date field. Date of appointment. Just let me look at that one more time. Yep, appointment date. Okay. take a look at this real quick. Okay, so that was why. We need to change that. That should have been for next action appointment set. So there we go. Appointment date, next 7 days, next action appointment sets. This should also be appointment rescheduled. Okay, so there, I'm going to overwrite it. Okay, so we have the appointment next 7 days. Go ahead back to the team view. Now we're going to show all of the appointments, the different statuses, I should say. So see appointment set, scheduled, canceled, no show, completed, and follow-up. So that's what we want to show, but we need to add team member receive. These are the filters. Save as. Okay, and split out by next action. These are what we got. Go to private view. Go ahead and drag that down. So again, we've got everything shown up. We're going to go to the offers. We need to change this one to, let's fill in the offer section with an expiration date real quick. And we're going to move it to offer made on the next action. Go ahead and refresh. We see that it's there. Filters currently applied is that. We're going to add team member. So those are the filters. Save as. Okay, split it out by next action. Save it. Go back to private views, drag that down. Do under contract, and then lastly close deal. So let's move this guy to under contract. We see that it's there. Let's click on it. Go to the filters. You see what's applied. Team member receive. These are the filters. Save it as. Create new. Private. Split by next action. Go ahead and save it. Grab that and drag it down. Okay, we're on to the last one. I'm going to move this to closed. Okay, it's in close. Those are the filters right now. Team member. Split by next action. Go ahead and save. Okay, so now what you have is under the private views, which you, as the person creating this, logged in, is the only one that can see these private views. So each individual team member needs to log into their Podio login, create these views as I outlined them while they're logged in, and then when they log in each day, if they go under the private views, they'll see all of these buckets that just has the ones that has their name in the team member to receive field. That's one way to do it. You saw some of the other fields in each section. You have the leads manager field, appointment section has some fields, offer section, contract section has got fields. You can split it out by those too if you want, but the easiest way is team member to receive task field, because that then overrides task management inside of the system. And anytime a seller calls in, texts in, whoever's name is in that field is going to get the task. Okay. So if you do have any questions, reach out, but that's a quick and easy way to set up some private views to where you don't have to see everybody's stuff. You just see your stuff. And as long as you're working your buckets, working your leads, your appointments, offers, contracts, you know that you're doing what you need to do. Any questions, reach out to us, reiautomationsquad.com, or support at reiautomationsquad.zendesk.com. You can reach us there as well. All right, guys, take care.